Okay, we're being recorded. Welcome to the Town of Southbridge Joint Planning and Development Subcommittee Town Council meeting on Thursday, July 18, 2024 at 7 p.m. here in the Veterans Meeting Room. First order of business is called to order. Second is roll call. Councilor Kelly.
Present.
Councilor Marquetti.
Present.
And Councilor Daniel is here. So 3-0. We have a quorum. Third order of business is review, discuss the reappointment of Catherine Brindone to the Planning and Development Subcommittee for a one-year term effective immediately through June 30, 2024. State ethics in good standing. Entertain a motion to recommend to Town Council for approval.
Motion.
Motion by Councilor Kelly, second by Councilor Marquetti. Any discussion? Catherine has done a great job for us the last couple of years. I'm pleased that she wants to come back again for another year, give it another shot at us. She's a valuable member, and I'm very, very happy that she's decided to come back. All those in favor?
Am I allowed to vote?
No.
Okay, because I'm good through the 31st.
Motion carries. Say that again, please.
See, I was good until the 31st because I picked it up from last year. It says effective immediately through July 31st, 2024.
Is that off the town? That's
Yeah.
is that off the council meeting or off of the?
I think I'm in
I believe it's the bylaw.
I think it's in bylaw now that you're.
the change.
Yeah.
The rules and
bylaw, but
The
the.
rules and regulations of
The
the
rules and
council get
regulations.
changed.
Okay, all right,
Yeah, Catherine.
thank you.
Okay, item number 4, review, discuss the reappointment of Dolores LaRochelle to the Planning and Development Subcommittee for a one-year term effective immediately through June 30, 2024. State ethics in good standing. Entertain a motion to recommend to Town Council for approval.
Motion. Second.
Very good. Also, Dee Dee LaRochelle has been wonderful. She's insightful. She's been around a couple of years as well, and she puts up with us, and she doesn't take any guff. It's a good thing. So I'm very pleased that she's decided to come another year with us as well. All those in favor? Anyone opposed? Unanimous of all present. Okay. The council rules changed last year, so you two are not on the council until the council votes you in until Monday night.
Okay.
So, but you're welcome to be here. You can contribute. I will
Sure.
call on you to discuss. Absolutely. You just
Okay.
can't vote.
Sure. Okay.
Thank you. Item number 5, review, discuss accepting the Massachusetts Preservation Project Fund matching grant for $30,000 from Historical Commission to complete a facility study of Town Hall and allow the town manager to sign any related paperwork. Entertain a motion to recommend to Town Council for approval.
Motion.
Thank you. Discussion.
Thank you. For everybody that wasn't aware, this was the second round that Peg had applied for. We thank her for that. We're able to get the funding this year to do the town hall facility study. The original, the grant, the quote that we had received for the architectural service was approximately $60,200. So we were given the grant of $30,000. We had earmarked out of our capital $45,000 because the way the language had, it was some funky language, but we only need $30,000 as our match. So we're very grateful to have that so that we can start looking at this town hall, and we would do the RFP immediately to get the architect on board. I do have, just for the councilors as well as the citizens that are here, I am putting into the ARPA. I know we had allocated out of capital, but I am putting a request in through ARPA for that match of the $30,000. That way we would be able to retain the $30,000 into capital so that if we to start building up some capital money for repairs. Because we will be able to get under contract with an architect by the end of the year and have that work done by the end of '25. This goes naturally with a grant when we have to complete everything with. So my thought was that that was a perfect opportunity to use some of the existing ARPA monies that are being reallocated. So we're looking forward to doing this because one way or another we were going to do it. I think when I went to council to get authorization to do this, we said, let's give it one more shot at the grant. If not, we will find the $60,000 to do the study. So we got the grant, so we're ahead of the game a little bit.
Anyone else at the table? Very good. All those in favor? Opposed? Unanimous of all present. Very good. Item number 6. Review, discuss accepting the low bid for the Quinnebog Valley Rail Trail improvements from David G. Roach and Sons for $3,912,763 and allow the town manager to sign all related paperwork. Entertain a motion to recommend to town council for approval.
Second. Mr. Chairman, I'm gonna refer this all to Peg. Well done, for the bid, working through the bids, getting the bids, and, fortunately, we received the bids, under budget, which is great. We will have to use the budget up, but to receive the bids to at least do the construction. So I'll let Peg go 6, 7, 8, because these are all related to the same items, correct?
Correct.
Yeah.
Very good. Please.
Thank you. If I may through you, Chair, if I could start by asking for a friendly amendment to the motion to add contingent on the Economic Development Administration's approval. We're still waiting for them to, they have to approve our bid before we can go forward, and I don't want to thwart their authority in any way.
Contingent on,
The Economic Development Administration's approval?
So moved.
Second.
Economic Administration.
Economic Development Administration?
Approval? Did you give that to Matt? You already gave it to Matt.
Oh, I haven't. I think it's in the original motion.
Okay, we have a motion on the floor. And a second.
Second.
Thank you. To make an amendment by adding the words contingent on Economic Development Administration approval. Any discussion on the amendment, the proposed amendment? All those in favor? Any opposed? Nope. The amendment passes 3-0. So the amendment now reads, review, discuss accepting the low bid for the Quinnebog Valley Rail Trail improvements from David G. Roach and Sons to $3,912,763, contingent on the Economic Development Administration approval, and allow the town manager to sign all related paperwork. So that's what we're looking at right now. Peg, would you like to discuss the bid?
Sure. So this couldn't be better news for the town. We have $4.1 million in our EDA plus MassDOT grant, and we'll use the remaining $300,000 for police detail, which was not included in the budget, and for contingency, which was already agreed to by EDA that those would be appropriate uses of the additional funds. And then we'll be allowing for 420 days, which is 60 weeks, or however the math works.
60 weeks.
60 weeks. So we'll be hopefully entering into a contract next month and finishing by October 2025. All good news.
Good news.
And we have 5 bids come in under budget. You all know I can be quick to cry when I get excited or emotional. I actually found myself getting teary-eyed opening those bids. I was just so happy for the town. It couldn't have worked out better, because had we not had enough, or had we come in over budget, I'm not sure how that would have turned out for us.
Very good. Discussion at the table. Councilor Marquetti.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Wouldn't 420 days, wouldn't that put us into 2026?
No, we're in 2024, 365 days from now, it'll be 2025, plus, oh, sorry, so am I in 2026?
Maybe.
No.
25 maybe.
60 weeks, no. It's 52 weeks in a year, that would be July.
It'd be
So-
2 months more,
Twenty-
August, September. No, we're in.
I can double check my timelines and resend
Okay.
it to you.
No, I just was curious.
Yeah.
It's not a serious thing, I just thought, I plugged in 420 days, it took me to February 2026.
Did you do
From
work?
today.
Did you do
From
work
today. I did
work
from
days?
today.
Did you do work days or?
I didn't do work days, I just did 420 days.
So you might
That's
be
all right,
right.
it's not a big deal.
Then I should I'll look at my timeline and get it back to you. I'm writing these things in my quarterly reports to them, and
Yep.
Comes up. I just plugged in 420 days from today, and it comes up Thursday, September 11th,
Really?
2025.
I don't know what I was looking All right.
Business days maybe.
Hey,
420 working days from today does put you into February of 2026.
all right, that's what it was. All right.
Thank you for solving the mystery.
So,
Google's a great.
they're not gonna start until after this is signed. You're gonna give them like a month before they start on this.
If I may, through you, Chair, we're, yes, first required to get the EDA approval. Once we get the EDA approval, then we will go ahead and schedule that kickoff meeting and the start date. But we can't do any, you know, I have soft dates right now, but I can't do anything until I have their absolute.
All right. And what is all this on here about, the bid was actually this amount, and we had to take off this, and then we added that? I didn't read this verbatim, I just was going over what their bid was.
If I may, through you, Chair,
Yep.
we used our engineers, the SC group, who did our feasibility study and then did the design for us, to review the bid documents for us. I went through and tabulated all of the bids, and I found a few erroneous mistakes between the number and the quantities. They went through with a finer tooth comb and found other mistakes, and so I am deferring to them as the expert, and will take their final number as what the contract amount should be.
All right, okay.
All set? Anyone else? Mr. Manager?
Just through you. We do see that in some of those type of bids when it comes to, because of number of trees, number of this, and then, but under the bid envelopes, you defer to the numbers and then the writtens, and it's all within the scope, so that's why. It does change, you will see it. We had that with the airport bid, and that was one of the things why the contract had put, one of the contractors has put in a bid protest, because they extrapolated numbers and just to make it, which is allowable under procurement.
Okay.
Counselor Kelly?
Just through you, Chair, just wondering if we have any experience with this company, David G. Roach and Sons.
I do not.
You know,
They-
But we do have to do references, and as long as they meet all the references and all that, so.
If I may, through you, Chair, what was also required through this process was the MassDOT pre-qualification process. If you're not familiar with it, you have to get, from MassDOT, we first submit, what the project is and how much it's predicted to be. Then they tell us who is eligible or pre-qualified, and/or if they're not on that list, if they've submitted a waiver to be able to bid on the project. So they are already sort of pre-vetted through MassDOT, to
Okay.
at least to have done projects to that caliber.
Okay. You're talking 5 miles of trail. Big trail. Anyone else? Very good. All those in favor? This is great. Super. Been looking forward to this for a long time.
It's just great that we got to that point.
Yeah, we're at
Nice
the
to
point.
cut the ribbon.
That's right. Get that shovel.
Get those shovels.
That's
Oh, yes.
right. Item 7, review, discuss entering into a contract with BSC Group for $273,000 using the remaining Mass Trail funds for construction administration, construction oversight, and licensed service provider LSP services during the Quinnipiac Valley Rail Trail improvements, and allow the town manager to sign all related paperwork. Entertain a motion to recommend to town council for approval.
Motion.
Second.
Thank you, councilors. Peg?
Yes, so we had hoped that this is how things would pan out, and I feel like we've again been very lucky that all the numbers are lining up very well. If you do the math, 7% of that $3.9 million bid is exactly what we have left remaining in our Mass Trails grant. What are the chances? So it does feel like, things are sort of just serendipitously falling into place. And BSC Group is eager to do the work for us. They obviously are more familiar with this project than anyone else is. And they will also be doing the river crane. They've done the river crane design, and will be doing the construction oversight for that project simultaneously, so it all lines up very well for them. I have not gotten a proposal for them because I wanted to come to the town first and ask if you agree that this is the direction we go. Engineering and design services And engineers and architects are exempt under Chapter 30B, and so we do not have to go out for an RFP. And because I feel like this is the best deal for the town, because they know the project so well, I feel like it's worth going straight for them rather than opening ourselves up to other potentials. So I have already written to Mass Trails asking if we can go this direction if you approve.
Tonight?
I wrote to Mass Trails this week preemptively, saying this is what I'm understanding of what I see in the contract documents between us and Mass Trails, that we can follow procurement that is the town's written policies, and I told them the town follows the state procurement policies, and the state procurement policy exempts the architects and engineers. Can we please go ahead and just hire once town council approves?
Okay. All right. Anyone at the table? Very good. All those in favor? Opposed? Unanimous of all present. Very good. Item number 8, review, discuss approving an amendment to the Economic Development Administration's grant for the Quinnebog Valley Rail Trail improvements to offer a time extension to 420 days from the executed contract with David G. Roach and Sons, and a budget amendment to move all architect, engineering, and inspection fees funds to construction. Entertain a motion to recommend to town council for approval.
So moved.
Second.
Thank you, councilors. Peg?
Yes, this is just a technical formality. The EDA grant administrators or the project engineers have known since last year that we would be asking for these budget amendments, but asked that we first please wait until the bids came in so that we didn't potentially leave any money on the table or have any other extenuating circumstances that we would want to ask for at the same time during that budget. So now all of the, we feel like we have a strong idea of where we are with the project. We can go ahead and ask for these changes. Again, when we first got I haven't mentioned this yet. When we first got the grant, it was outlined what the budget would be. And they told us that this would be how much we would spend on architecture and engineering. This is how much we would spend on inspections fees. We then won the Mass Trails grant after that. And so had been given the opportunity to increase the amount we were going to spend on construction and use the Mass Trails grant for the architectural engineering, construction oversight, and the construction administration. So it was a game changer sort of in the beginning of the EDA grant.
Councilors at the table? No, good. Okay, all those in favor? Very good. Item number 9, review, discuss applying for Energy Efficient Conservation Block Grant, EECBG, to weatherize the Southbridge Police Station at no cost to the town. Entertain a motion to recommend to town council for approval.
Motion.
Second.
I just have a quick question of the manager. Is this appropriate for our committee?
What's that?
Weatherization of the police station? Is that?
Well, we've taken all, it's one of those, it's kind of hybrid. We have taken these to plan and development or DPW.
Okay.
I mean, I think it's okay, whatever.
That's fine.
It's kind of
We'll do it. We can handle it.
yeah. It really is a no cost to the town weatherization project. It really is a.
Yeah, let's just go for it.
That's,
Yeah.
I don't
absolutely.
think, well, Peg works closely with Rich in these weatherization. We've gone through it, so to him, I don't think it would matter which one it went through. It's all going to go to council anyway.
Yep.
It's no, like I said, it's no cost to the town. We did the library,
Yep.
weatherization, and we're looking to do as much as we can in free money.
Okay. Peg?
Could I add? Yeah, so these in the green communities sits inside our office. That grant, gets administered through our office. And then as an offshoot of Green Communities, National Grid's now offering a lot more incentives. So they're then emailing us about all these other opportunities. So that's why it ends up coming through our office.
Okay.
Quite honestly, I don't think any other office wants it. Because there's a lot of paperwork and movement.
That's perfectly fine. Any discussion? Councilor Marquetti?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, through you. I thought we already did this.
We did the weatherization at the library. And I don't think we did. We may have. Did we apply for something? I believe.
So, yes,
Yes.
if I may through you, yeah. We had tried to get the police station covered under the green communities, but it was not eligible. So now, National Grid came back to us and said, okay, now do you want to try that project under the National Grid incentives? We think we can make it work. We're going to have to reduce the scope. And they had to change a few things around. So it's not as robust as the initial weatherization that they wanted to do there, but it's still at least some improvements.
So I remember all the photographs and
Yeah,
stuff
I
like
remember.
that, with the doors.
There's been so many moving parts with these grants, and thank God for Peg moving it all around. Seriously, there's just so many moving parts, because we have the community center as well, and we had, you know, authorization for the doors, but we have the bids went out. I think they're going out. They're being advertised at the end of this week to replace all the doors in the R&B, but it was a capital project, so we're maximizing as much as we can, so it's all moving, it's a moving target all the time. I can't keep up with the emails when it comes to National Grid and
Or PEG.
green communities or
Okay.
PEG.
I'm good.
All set? Anything else? Very good. All those in favor? Opposed? Unanimous of all present. Item number 10, motion to adjourn. Motion. All those in favor? We are adjourned.